Hello everyone and welcome to another Good Game Empire video. Today I'm gonna be teaching you how to increase the number of soldiers on your castle wall. So we're gonna dive into the topic just in a second, but first I want to make explanation of two main factors that decide of your total number of units on the wall. So I'm gonna be referring to them in future in this video. So it's gonna be the base and the multiplier number, which are together when we multiply them. Then we're gonna get the result, so the total number of units on the wall you have on your castle. So you probably already noticed that there are some things that give you a flat bonus of units on the wall, and some things that increase it by a number, some percent number, you know. So for example, when we have a castle tower, we can see that this is just a flat number, it's not a percent. So we have 16 more units as a base, and I'm gonna be referring to this total number as a base or the base. And the second thing is your, for example, your castellan, and as you can see here, you have plus, in this case, plus 70%. So as we can see, this is shown in percent, not in a flat number. So everything which is going to be shown in percent is gonna be the multiplier, and everything which is shown in a flat number with no percent sign is gonna be the base number. And how do we calculate the total amount of units on the wall, which is shown here? Well, we add all base numbers together to make this base number, and we also add all multiplier numbers to get the total multiplier. And when we have the total base and the total multiplier, we can now multiply them, as the name says, multiplier. So we multiply the base by the multiplier, and from this calculation we get the outcome, which is your total number of units on the wall. So I hope this is clear to you. As you can see, we have the calculator here by my side, and we're gonna do some calculations in this video. I could do this in post-processing to show you this, but I think that calculating it on the calculator is gonna be easier to understand as we do it on the go. So let's maybe start with a simple example. How do we calculate the total amount of units on the wall? And I'm gonna do it for my castle as an example. So we have the base number from the towers, as I said before, and in my castle I have all castle expansions bought, except the free expansions which you can get from mid researches in your Hall of Legends. So I'm not calculating those free. So without those free, but basically maximum expansion of your castle, you have 20 towers. So I have 20 towers, and as you can see, I have 19 of them at level 5 and 1 at level 6. So the level of the tower also decides about the number of units, as you can see here. So on level 5 you have 16, and on level 6 you have 20, as you can see there. Okay. And the second bonus for the base number of units on the wall, the flat number, is the build item in my keep. So in the keep you have this build item. You probably also have it because it's a very common item. It's the wide range of its level is common for players. Some of them have lower, some of them have higher. I have level 30, and it gives me plus 385 unit limit on the wall. As you can see, there's no percent sign. We have plus 385. So the base number is increased by 385 units. Alright, so let's get into calculations. That's all my base numbers. So let's sum them up. So let's add, I have 20 towers, and one of them is level 6. The difference here is 16 versus 20. So I will just multiply 20 towers by 16 units on each. So 20 by 16, which is the total number of units from, if I would have all the towers at level 5, but I have one on level 6, so we add 4, which is the difference between level 5 and 6. So this is the number, the base number from all the castle towers which I have in my castle. And then let's add the number which I have from my build item here, plus 385. So let's add this, 385, and the sum of my, my base number is 709, as you can see there, as we calculated, yeah? So this is the sum of all base numbers, this is the total base number. And now we calculate multiplier. So my multiplier currently is my Castellan together with my appearance item, yeah? So bonus from Castellan and bonus from appearance item. As you can see, the Ball of Spring gives you plus 20% unit on the unit limit, so plus 20%. So the percent sign decides which this is the multiplier, not the base number. So as you can see here, it's plus 20%, and my Castellan gives me 30 plus 20, because 30 will unit limit when defending, and 20 when defending against castle lords. So in total it's 50% from my Castellan and 20 from the appearance item, so the multiplier is in total 70%. But of course we need to multiply by 1.7, because we also include the base number itself, which is equal to, 1 is equal to 1. So we calculate this by multiplying by 1.70, I mean 1.7, because my multiplier is 70%, yeah? And we get the result, 1205. And as you can see, my total number of soldiers on the castle wall is here 1206. That's probably because the game rounds the numbers up, not down. So that's correct, and I shown you how to calculate this number of units. Alright, so now the second part, the most important, I would say, part, which is showing to you all the bonuses in this for this castle wall, units on the castle wall, and how to increase this number. Yeah, this is a very important number in the game, so let's go through all of them. I will split this to two parts, so for non-RUBY players, free-to-play players, and for spenders, so RUBY players. So this video is gonna be divided for two sections, free-to-play and pay-to-win, I would call it, section. And each of those sections is gonna be divided to like two inside sections, and one section is gonna be about how to increase your base number, and the second section inside each of those sections is gonna be about how to increase the multiplier. Alright, so we have the base number for free-to-plays, the multiplier for free-to-plays, as well as base number for RUBY players and multiplier for RUBY players. So let's get into it. Let's start with the basics. So how to increase your base number without spending any real currency nor rubies in the game. Okay, so as I mentioned when calculating in an example of my castle, you need to have castle walls. And with each expansion of your castle, you get extra castle tower, sorry. So with each expansion, you get one more castle tower, yeah? So in total, you can get 20 castle towers, and this is very important to expand your castle as soon as possible to get more towers. So connected with the towers, you need to upgrade them. As you can see, the base number per tower depends on the tower level. So when your towers are not maxed, for example, let's say you're level 70, but your towers are level 3. They kinda suck, yeah, because there is 10 units on the wall from them, but you could have 16 if you upgrade them. So it's very, very important to upgrade those towers and to have them at maximum available level. We could discuss about upgrading to level 6. For example, for me, I decided to go full for mid infrastructure instead of upgrading my towers, but I will do this in some time for sure, upgrade all the towers to level 6. But for free-to-play players, it's not that easy. They want to increase their mid production, so I will say that for now, free-to-play players, obligatory level 5, of course. Yeah. So the next thing is the build item for the keep, which I also shown you before in this video. So this item, but obviously you won't get level 30 as a free-to-play player or without investing any money, because this only can be obtained from Wheel of Affluence at level 9 of Jackpot, so this is kind of a lot of money to get it. But you can get them for in-game currency, for example, from Master Blacksmith or from Samurai Invasion. Those are two good ways to get those items. So you can get level 25 from Samurai Invasion in the shop. So when you're shopping for Nomad tokens, Samurai tokens, you can buy those. And you can buy level 25. I'm talking about the new Samurai, which we haven't seen yet. So we're gonna have a opportunity to buy those items in Samurai shop soon. And they're gonna be at maximum 25, level 25. They're gonna be expensive, but you're gonna be able to get them for game currency, in-game currency, not rubies, not money. All right, and the second way to get this item, but it's 5 levels lower, level 20, can be purchased at Master Blacksmith for gold pieces. So it's here, it's pretty much at the top, yeah, here. So it costs you 60,000 gold pieces. It's not that much. For getting a good item as a starter, it's very good, it's very worth it. You should get at least one of them. You can always swap them between your castles, you know, so you can take it out of the building and move it to another castle, for example, but you should have at least 2 or 3 of them in your castles to be able to attack, to defend multiple attacks simultaneously. But anyways, it gives you plus 185, which is still an okay bonus for free-to-play players, so you should obtain this if you have a lower level in your account. Yeah, so that's another way of increasing the base number. And this is of course a permanent item, as you can see here. Yeah, it doesn't even say, it's obviously permanent item. But we can also get temporary appearance build items. So there we can have actually 2 of them. The easiest one, 3 of them. So the easiest one to get, which you can get every time, I mean all the time, whenever you want, is the appearance item from Master Blacksmith, and this is called the Tree Village Barracks. So you can buy this for silver pieces or for gold pieces, then you're gonna get the green rarity for gold or the ordinary gray rarity for silver pieces. But no worries, you can improve your appearance item with the boosters. So if you have boosters, for example, you did a Nomad Invasion top 100 and you got a legendary item, which is useless, it gives you like plus 2000 mid or something production and it's temporary, you can demolish this thing and you can get out of it, for example, a legendary booster. There is a high chance of getting it. So when you get legendary booster, you can improve this item after putting it into your barracks. You can improve it with the booster and you're gonna get a legendary rarity of this item, which stays longer. It stays 2 days and 12 hours and it gives you more. So the ordinary one gives you plus 100, the green one gives you 150, the epic, so the purple one gives you 200, and the legendary, so the orange one gives you plus 250. And the thing to remember with those items is that they are a flat bonus, but they will get multiplied by your multiplier, unless your multiplier is equal to only 100%, so no extra bonuses. But if you, for example, have a Castellan, free-to-play player, let's say, a Castellan with plus 40% units on the wall, you're gonna, after applying this, your number of units on the wall, total number, is not gonna increase by a flat 100. It's gonna increase by 140, because this bonus also got multiplied by the multiplier, which is equal to 40%, as we said. So you're gonna get plus 140 when applying this, because the multiplier also works on this, because this is the increasement of the base number of units on the wall, which gets multiplied. So applying this, you're gonna get more than it says here. It is a flat number, but the flat number which gets multiplied by the multiplier, all right? So that's how the build items work. And same for the build item, which is also at Master Blacksmith, but it's gonna disappear soon. But it's still there, and some players maybe got it and keep it for later. This is Wintertide Defense Workshop. So this is an appearance item you can put on a Defense Workshop, as it says, and the total time of this item is 28 days. So this is nearly 1 month, and it's gonna give you plus 250 unit limit on the wall. So if you have a Castellan which has plus 30% units on the wall, this number is gonna get multiplied. So in total, applying this item to your defense workshop is gonna increase the number of units on the wall by 400. Yeah, no, sorry, 350. Yeah, because plus 30% on this is plus 4 times 25, so plus 100. So we have 350 out of this item with a good Castellan, of course, free-to-play Castellan. Alright, so this is the second one, and the third one is not yet in the game, but we've seen this in test server and we've seen this in Empire for Kingdoms rewards, because Poland 1 Empire for Kingdoms Android server is actually a test server. They have the new samurai for the second time currently. So the good news, by the way, is that we're gonna get coins from attacks of samurai camps. This was a bug, and yeah, so peace, we're gonna get coins from attacking samurai. So back to the appearance item, you can get out of the samurai invasion an appearance item for the meal. So the floor meal appearance item, and you can get it at 8th level of difficulty and at 10th level of difficulty. So the 8th one will give you at the green, I believe, will give you 250, and the legendary one at 10th level of difficulty will give you plus 375 units on the wall as a flat bonus. So with multiplying of the Castellan, it's a insane number. Yeah, so this is the third appearance item. Alright, so this was all the ways possible to increase your base number of units on the wall without spending rubies, neither in real money. And now let's move to the multiplier. So how can you increase the second part of the formula to get more units on the wall? Of course, multiplier is as important as the base number because they together make the total number. So you need to have them both strong to get a decent number of units on the wall. So currently we have 3 ways for free-to-play players to increase your multiplier. The first one is your Castellan and its bonus 2 units on the wall. The second one is Defensive Hall of Legends, and the third one is occasional appearance items which we get for free or for 999 rubies in special offers sometimes as well. I could say that, I can say that it's also counted as free-to-play because it's not a lot of rubies, okay? So first one, Castellan. A decent Castellan for a free-to-play player, I would say, has 40% units on the wall. So let's say 25 wall unit limit when defending and 15% wall unit limit when defending against castle lords. So you can, as you can see here, 15 of this and 25 of this and 15 of this, which together gives you 40%. So the total number, I have it higher, but I have very strong gems, and they are, as you can see, they are upgraded, heavily upgraded, like plus 40. That's expensive as hell. That's all I can say about it. So it's not the best way, but you can actually get 50% free to play, but you need to upgrade your Castellan very, very heavily. And the best way to do this is to buy items at Master Blacksmith. So you scroll down there to Relic Equipment. You find this gem which costs you 2,850. Okay, I think it's there. Yeah, Castle Lords Undefined for Castellan. As you can see, all of bonuses of this gem will have at least 2 silver stars, which is very, very decent. You actually get those kind of gems from the from the Wheel of Affluence and stuff, so that's a very good thing to buy and to improve your Castellan. So I would buy them, and just don't use the gems that have bonus either for gate or wall protection. Those are useless. You should just delete those gems. And how to make the Castellan, I would direct you to my video on creating Castellans and commanders. It's on my channel, so check it out. I'm not gonna dive into it too much today. So let's say that you have 40% Castellan bonus as a free-to-play player. So the second thing you can do is Defensive Hall of Legends. Of course, it doesn't cost you anything, but you need to have it upgraded. To get the last bonus for units on the wall, you need to have it on level like around approximately 300. I'm not sure about this, but you need 360 to get to there. So it's around 300 to get to there, yeah? So how much you can get out of the Hall of Legends to the units on the wall? You can get 10% as a master skill after putting points to first and second row, so 10%. Later you can get 0.5% times 10 because you have 10 like 10 levels of this, so you can get 5% in total of this. And here you can get 1% per one increasement, so you can get 10% in total from this skill. So it's 10 plus 5 plus 10, so it's 25% in total. And the third thing which I mentioned is appearance items for free, such as gifts. We also occasionally get gifts, for example, for Christmas or for Easter or for New Year. Sometimes GGS gives players some free gifts, and they often include a appearance item. And you also get a gift on your email address if you are subscribed to GGS newsletter, I mean Good Game Empire newsletter. Well, you can do that right there at this tab. Oh, sorry, you can't see this because of my camera. But well, you go to settings, you go to account information and newsletter, and you'll see this. By the way, this is my contact email. If you want to contact me, you can do this there. And yeah, you click this, you subscribe, and you're gonna get emails. And they occasionally include like appearance items with, usually it's plus 10% units on the wall. So that's what we're gonna count for free-to-play calculation. So as we know all the base bonuses and all the multipliers, let's now calculate the potential maximum number of units on the wall for a free-to-play player. Alright, so the total multiplier was 40% plus 25% plus 10%, so it's 75%, yeah? And now we need to calculate the base number and sum it up. And as we know the multiplier already summed up, we need to sum up the base number and to multiply them by themselves. So we're gonna get the total number. Alright, so starting with the base number, we obviously have 20 towers, and I'm gonna say they are currently at level 5 because level 6 is hard to reach for free to play. So level 5 times 16, so we have 20 towers, each of them gives 16 units on the wall. We will say that we have level 25 build item for the keep, because you can get them from Samurai Shop for Samurai tokens and Bushido tokens. They are gonna cost like 200,000 both of the tokens, the blue ones and the white ones. Alright, so it's plus 285 plus 285 from this item. Alright, 605, and we can add to this the appearance items, the temporary appearance items, so they are also the base number. So we're gonna have the Master Blacksmith old tree house barracks, or whatever the name is. So 3 barracks, which gives you when upgraded to legendary, and I would say that getting a legendary upgrader is not that hard for free-to-play player. It is possible from time to time, so plus 250 from this one, plus 250 from the the winter how is it called, winter tide charms. So about this thing, alright, so it's 1105, and adding to this also the item from Samurai Invasion for your floor mill, also a temporary appearance item, which gives you, well, for making like 400,000 Samurai points, you're gonna get the best one, plus 375 units on the wall. But it's relatively hard for a free-to-play player to get that high number of points in Samurai events. So let's assume that you're gonna get the middle reward, which is 250 as well. Alright, so let's calculate this in our calculation. Let's add it. Okay, so it's 1355 units as a base number, and now we multiply this by 1.75. Yes, because 40% from the Castellan, 10 from the appearance item, so it's 50 plus 25, 75. Alright, so let's get the total number here. It's 2371, and the game rounds up to 2372. So we're gonna this is the number you can get as a free-to-play player totally on your walls. So this is a pretty decent number. With this number, I would say you can defend attacks made of 11 waves with horrors and with pretty strong appearance items, or 11 waves attacks with mid units but with relatively weak appearance items, for example blacksmith only or blacksmith plus blood crow event appearance items, you know, so like 250 courtyard, not 400. All right, and with defensive Hall of Legends you also get the extra bonuses for defending your courtyard, so it's a pretty good scenario to defend those strong attacks. So as we shown here, it is possible to get a high number of units on the wall, but you need to be a good player, a active player to get all of those items. It's not easy. No one said it's easy in the game nowadays, especially for a free-to-play player. Alright, so now let's move to the RUBY section for RUBY players. And this is gonna be also split into two parts. So the first part is how to increase your base number in RUBY ways, and later how to increase your multiplier in RUBY ways. Alright, so we don't need the calculator anymore. We're gonna use it later for calculating the maximum possible number of units on the wall with everything. Alright, so now the base items which you can get for rubies or for in-game real currency, sorry, to improve the number of units on the wall even more. Alright, so starting with the towers, you can upgrade them to level 6, of course, and they're gonna give you 20 soldiers per one tower. Another thing you can do is to expand your castle fully, and each of these expansions is gonna give you +1 tower on your wall. So in total you're gonna get 3 more towers in your castle. So the total number of towers in your castle is gonna move from 20 to 23, and that's the number. So you're gonna have eventually 23 towers level 6 each. Alright, so that's the first thing to improve as a RUBY player. The second thing is the keep permanent build item. So this one. Currently the maximum level is level 30. You can get it from the jackpot reward at level 9 of Wheel of Affluence. But probably good games to this will introduce higher levels of those items for either Wheel of Affluence or real currency purchases. So you can buy it or you can spin and try to get it, and that's the better item, because as you can see the gap here is very big. Like every level gives you +20, so level 25 is +285 and level 30 is +385, so that's already a number, you know, the number is similar to the number of flat bonus from your towers, from all your towers. So yeah, that's very important thing to have to increase your number of units on the wall. So then, appearance items which you can't get for in-game currency or for making events. Well, there is one more which you can get, and it's for RUBY in the bestseller. So this is the bestseller with appearance items, and this is for, sorry, not this one. You need to search for the the pirates stuff. So the Pirates Floor Mill is what we are searching for. Pirates Mill, apparently this is the name. Okay, so yeah, Pirates Mill, and this is what you can buy to increase the number of units on the wall. So the gray one, the ordinary rarity item, will give you +100. And the bonus number scales up the same as the 3 barracks bonus from the Master Blacksmith. So +100 on the ordinary, +150 on the rare, +200 on epic, and +250 on legendary, as we can see there. And the duration of this item is 4 days for all of the rarity item, like rarity types. But my pro tip here would be to just buy a gray item, so ordinary rarity item, to put it on your floor mill when you need it, and to boost it with the legendary booster, because you can do so. You can apply the legendary booster at these items, but with rubies. So you will actually save half of the rubies. Instead of buying this one for 110,000, you're gonna spend only 58,000, which is pretty much half of this number. So you're gonna be able to make the time 2 times longer, you know, or something like this for the same cost, by applying legendary boosters and saving rubies for those items. So this is a very important appearance RUBY item. All right. So next up we have another appearance item, but now a temporary appearance item. That's a pretty rare one. And yes, indeed, it was. It was the reward for LTP for the 10th Good Game Empire Anniversary Championship, and here you were able to win a permanent appearance item for the keep. I'm just showing this, to show where it was. This is not what we are talking about, but this is the place where it was able to win back those days. So this was the appearance item for the keep. It was permanent and it gave you plus 250 to the base number of units on the wall. So 10 players in each server have them, and they are really, really powerful. Alright, so, but have in mind that, just back to floor mill, have in mind that you can't apply samurai appearance item on floor mill when you use the bestseller shop one, because they both go to the same buildings and you can't have two at the same time, so you need to choose. And samurai will be actually higher, plus 375 will be higher than plus 250. Alright, and have we said about everything for Ruby players to increase in your base number? I think yes. So now let's move to the multiplier. So there's not much more to increase in the multiplier, just the same stuff but better. So maximum Castellan bonus is 30 plus 20. Unit limit on the wall and unit limit on the wall when defending against Castle Lords. So it's in total it's 50%, not 40 as we said for free-to-play players. And also more bonus from the appearance item, plus 20%. Yeah, so we have 50% from Castellan, from maximum Castellan. We have 20% from the appearance item, so this is 70%. And we also have 25% from the defensive Hall of Legends. So in total, when we sum the multiplier up as a Ruby player, we get a 95% increasement. 95% is equal to the multiplier maximum to achieve there. So we're gonna now go and calculate what's the maximum possible number of units on the wall with Ruby stuff. Alright, so I've got the calculator here and let's check out what's the maximum number actually. So let's start with free-to-play stuff, which we need to include. Let's start with basics, okay? So towers. So as I said, Ruby player will have 23 towers at level 6. So let's multiply 23 towers by 20 units per one level 6 tower, as we can see there. This is for one tower, level 6. So this is the total number from towers. Now let's add the base bonus from the appearance item. So currently the maximum one, sorry, not appearance, but main slot. Primary slot and build item, my bad. So plus 385, so we're adding up our base number. All right, and now other appearance items, now appearance items. So we have first we have the LTP top 10 appearance items, so let's add 250. All right. So next we have barracks, so it's from Master Blacksmith, plus 250. All right, and the third one is floor mill, but it's either samurai or bestseller shop. So from samurai you will get plus 375 item. So you can get it as a Ruby player. And I forgot to mention that actually you, as a free-to-play player, you can get that item and you can boost it. So you can actually get those 375 as well. Not that hard, because you can get the weaker item and improve it with the booster. But anyways, plus 365 will be here from the samurai item. Alright, and the last bonus for the base number will be the defensive workshop. So the appearance item from the December 2021 LTP, we had a possibility to get it and it gives plus 250 as well. Alright, so this is the total base number, and now we can multiply this by 1.95, yeah, because we have 95% multiplier. So let's see what's the total number. Yeah, 3,842. So yeah, this is when we would have everything, totally everything maxed on the account. This is the total number. And if we wouldn't have the top 10 LTP item, which was very hard to get, only 10 players per server have this item, we would have this number minus 480 487, yeah, because 250 times 1.95 is 487, so minus 487, whoops, 87, all right. So yeah, around this. So this is the number you can get without the item from top 10, 3,355, and because the game rounds up. This is the number you can get as a RUBY player maximally without the top 10 item, which was already possible to get in the LTP event for 10th anniversary. So yeah, this is a pretty big number, over 3,000. And with this number, you can, you know, easily defend 11 wave attacks made of horrors. You can also defend mid attacks, 11 wave mid attacks with a relatively weak or average, you know, appearance items for bonus combat strength. But if you get a totally maxed out commander with maxed out appearance items and 13 waves, so like 16,000 troops attack, it can still be trouble to try and stop the attacker on the flank. But this number is pretty much insane, you know, in the defense. So this is the maximum number. This is not the maximum, but this is maximum without the item from top 10. Yeah, so this is all. And I hope I helped you with like checking all the things you need to have to increase your amount of troops on the wall. So I hope the video was helpful. If yes, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it for some reason, give it a thumbs down. You can also write why in the comments. You can also share any thoughts in the comments or any suggestions. Basically anything which is on your mind. Always you can leave the comment and tell me. Alright, so that's all for today. As I said, I hope this video was helpful to you to explain in some way and to try to improve the number of units on the wall you have. Hopefully after watching this video you discovered at least some ways to improve it even more than you have, you know, to get more than you have currently. Alright, so that's all. Thank you very much for watching. See you on the live stream Sunday at 9 PM CET. So goodbye.